What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gray Exchange. How is everybody doing out there tonight? I know we're here early, a couple hours normal, or a couple hours earlier than normal, right? All right, let's make sure we got everything set up good. Let me say what's up to everybody in chat. I don't know how this is going to turn out because it is like an early stream compared to my usually 9 o'clock slot, but we're experimenting. Life presents itself with all kinds of different things, and we have to adapt and overcome. And like I said, most of the day, this afternoon, I had to spend time with little Miss Gray at her first volleyball game. So I thought that was kind of cool. Never, doing the dad things, But let me say what's up to everybody in chat, and we'll move on and see what we got for you tonight. So Milo on the ready says, "Hey all, we'll be listening but driving, so can't chat." Well, I appreciate that, Milo. Truly do. Scarzo 219, what's up? Tammy Killian, Scott Zeke or Zyke. I might hold that. Yarn Preppers in the house. Limits on a zero would be a very bad thing. Red Road Homestead, hello. Victorian Preppers, hello. Leona Riley, Colleen Rich, Mark Witcher, Prepper for Life, Jeff Coaches. Let me see here. JT is in the house. Love when I see all the good mods in the chat. That means that we're gonna have a really good night. They always keep everything going good. Harvey Black, what is up, brother? Did I say Red Road? I hope I did. What's up, Jan? How you doing? You see here, trying to scroll through. You guys got some chatting going on here, and I see someone I need to say something to. I'll back up to that in just a second. Mitten Man, South Florida DCL, what is up? Steve Spillman, Granny Goose, Allison Sherman. Let me see here. Homestead Jen, Crystal Miller, Victorian Preppers. I already said that, yeah. Sorry. My apologies. Barbara, glad I'm back. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I'll explain that because my schedule's getting a little crazy lately, so there's going to be some inconsistencies because, like I said, Mondays have been real tight for me. Country Homestead Preacher, what is up? Bizza Rizza Jizza in the house. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. And Fluffy Otter, good. I'm glad to see that you're in here because I think you were the only one that has not emailed me back on the prize, the 10K giveaway prizes. So Fluffy Otter, GreyMan Prepping at gmail.com, brother or sister. You never know with the name Fluffy Otter. You can never tell. And I always get it wrong. But I'm just waiting on you because I am going to the post office tomorrow to drop all those things off, especially I got here Wink from last time. I got her stuff, and I got Zane something that I owe her as well. Daryl Calhoun, what is up? Always prepping. Good to see you. Terry Very, Deborah, good evening. A.K. Armani, Empress Kimberly. Let me see here. D14 in the house. What's up, brother? I'm trying to back up because it's Zombie Prepper. Let me see. Jeff Riffle. What is up, brother? Working, but here. I appreciate that. S. Moore in the house. And I'm just kind of make sure I didn't miss anybody as the chat jumped on me just there a second. Northern Girl, how you doing? It never ends. Exactly, Northern. Oh, what's up? Steve, how you doing? Arkansas Whoop-Ass. Good to see you, brother. Angie Taylor. Man, I can't keep up with this chat. There's not that many people in here already. We got about 70-some people in here. Like I said, most people know that I go on 9 p.m., but I'll explain that. Arlith, how you doing? Frank Short, Brad Miller, Gene W. in the house, Leona Riley, Prepper Chicken, Texas, and Fluffy. I did email. We'll be retrying tonight. Thank you, Fluffy Otter. And make sure if you can do me a favor, is put, Fluffy Otter is my screen name, and that you won the Bushcraft book by the Gray Bearded Green Beret. What's up, Don? How you doing? Good to see you. Nice to see a local in chat. Frank Short just got done watching Alaska Prepper. Yeah, I was at my daughter's volleyball game, so could not. We are Change MD, tuning in from Maryland. Awesome. All right, it's only 30 seconds, but I will make your night. Oh, that's great. Only 30 seconds. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to talk about a few things, but I do want to show you something. Plus, I want to let you guys know. I guess I should put on my banner, huh? I always forget to do that. I wanted to let you guys know where we're at on the Toys for Tots. I also went to my buddy. He's at the Army recruiting station, and he hooked me up with the Marines over there because they're the main, group behind the Toys for Tots. And I was talking to them about, toy drop-offs and how I could set something up, and local businesses that are also running promos or raising, having a thing for the Toys for Tots. And I want to let you guys know we have so far in just the first part of November, I think what did I tell you, the 9th, we have raised $1,006.48. That's with all the super chats, super stickers, my AdSense revenue, and everything else. That's not including the $500 donation that I'll be including in that. So I wanted to let you guys know that we were at with that. So truly appreciate you folks. We're going to make a difference in a lot of children's lives this year. I've got a lot of feedback from some folks that said outside of toys, can we get them, some clothes and all kinds of stuff like that. So I did talk to them about that. And you can pretty much donate a lot of anything that's going to be like based as a Christmas gift. So hopefully I'll get some more logistics on that. We're working something out. There's a local, and that's going to sound crazy, but there's a local gun shop that I could be working with as well. So I'm going to reach out to them tomorrow and go meet with their rep there and kind of see how we can wrap all this in together and just have a nice thing for the kids this year. What's up, BNP, Free American? Bonnie? Sorry, I just want to jump back into chat real quick. Blue Ridge Prepper, how you doing? Passionate Herbs Prep. Let me see here. I want to make sure I back up a little bit. Don't You Know is in the house. And Donna Hazlitt is in the house as well. Cindy as well. Blue Ridge Prepper. Hope all is well. So far, so good, man. We haven't messed up anything. Did I say PNP? I probably did. And Angie as well. Northern Girl, what is up? I think I caught up with everybody. Janie D. Janie, you're not late. I just started this. Like I said, it's a little difference. Rip Curl Readiness. What is up, brother? Good to see you, brother. And 30-second clips, mobile Twitter. What is this, Yarn Prepper? What is this, Yarn Prepper? Now you got me curious. Oh, okay. I got you. I see what you're talking about. All right. GreyMan Claws at work, right? So just so you guys, for the thumbnail that I used for this this live stream, that's actually here locally. That's actually I was shopping with the family, and that thumbnail, I took a picture of that and created it into a thumbnail for this live stream. Pray for Peace. I did. I watched that. Christian's last video, Ice Age Farmer. Carmen Gonzalez from Utah. Welcome. Was that it? Did I have all that? Oh, I wanted to show you guys something and see what your guys' thoughts are on this. I'm trying to put together, I'm working with someone who's local, and I told him, I said, I want to give out some, either, he says, well, you can sell them. I said, well, I don't know if I want to sell them, but depending on the cost and stuff like that, I want to give a few out as well. Christmas tree ornaments. And he made this for me. This is the I guess you can say the rough draft, but these are what they will look like. Let's see if it'll focus on that. And on the back, it'll probably say something about the Merry Christmas 2021 from the Grey family or something like that. But this is where we're at with it. He gave me this test piece here to show you guys. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I told him, I said, I at least want 20 of them. And I think that'd be kind of cool. I like the rustic look of it. And I think it'd be a nice thing to add to the Christmas tree this year and to give some to you folks as well out in this. Let me see here. Little Red Hen, how you doing? I just saw you scroll by as well. And then D14 is lurking. Yeah, I think so too, Yarn Prepper. That'd be kind of cool. So a few of you lucky folks, I'll probably be doing some pop-up stuff and things like that. I don't know. He says I could sell them. I don't know. I don't even know what I would sell them for. I forget what he's charging me for it, but I'll figure I'm going to order some at least to give away. Awesome Sunset. Thank you. I want one. Right on, Don. Well, you're easy, Don, because you're local. What's up, Celtic Prepper? How you doing? Let me see here. S-More wants one. Those are sweet. I'm a new sub. Little Red Hen. Well, welcome and thank you. I love hearing folks that are new to the live streams, new to the channel. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate you being here. What do you guys think about this time frame anyways? Do you guys prefer 7 p.m.? Because a lot of people say, Grey, sometimes you're on so late I don't have time to watch. I've been pondering the 7 p.m. time slot, and I wanted to give it a test run tonight because of my scheduling. But I don't want to cross pass over anybody. You know, I try to be as polite as I possibly can in the YouTubeverse, if you want to call that, trying to be polite, because there's so many other people that are on live streams. But I know 9 o'clock is starting to get more inundated, and I would like to get the maximum viewership from you folks that want to see some of the content I want to do without having to be distracted by 5 or 6 other different things at one time. So I don't know what you guys think about the 7 p.m. thing or not. Matter of fact, I'll do 7 p.m. is Bizarre right on. I got a great idea. Let me take a page out of Magic Prepper, and there's a funny thing that happened over at his stream yesterday. Let me see here. What could I run this at? Let me see. Let's do this. I'm not as fast as him typing. Let me see here, which. If I can spell that right. Whoops. I can even type tonight, folks. It's getting bad. And we'll get to the meat and potatoes of this here in a second. I know a lot of you folks have dived in because you guys want to hear what I have to say. I do got some interesting things that are going to be popping off. Some of the information here is going to be very pertinent to supply chain. I know a lot of us folks, we have the supply issues, but this is going to dive into specifically the holidays and some of the things that I've come across. All right, so here we go. Let's drop it. It's, the good old fashioned poll, so I can kind of get an idea. We have 121 folks in chat. You guys are more than welcome to do the poll. And I know some people hate the poll because it pops up and it blocks things. So I understand, but it'll go away eventually. And we'll take a look at that in about 15, 20 minutes. We'll go through some stuff. Funny last night, Magic Prepper Marauder Monday. I thought you were going to be a guest speaker there. Great. No, PNP. I'm one of his moderators on there. And I wanted to, I wanted to elaborate on something on there. I thought it was pretty funny. I had a guy on there. I wish I could think of the screen name, but I can't remember. But Magic was talking about something and how the back end of YouTube it can be extremely complex and it sucks. And he says he talked because me and Magic have talked a lot behind the scenes in regards to how the back end of YouTube works. How can we maximize our videos? How we spread the word of preparedness and stuff like that. 7 is good dinner and you can go long. Yeah, right, Barbara. And there was a guy in there because Magic said something about sucking, and Magic was like, "No, I don't mean you suck, Gray." And it was just a funny, the way he worded it and stuff like that. And we were laughing about it. But there was one person in there who's like, "Yeah, GreyMan does suck, bro." And I was like, "Wow!" It hurt my heart that this one person in the entire chat of 800 or 900 people said GreyMan sucks. And I was like, "Man, that's great that you can type that into your keyboard. I'm glad you have the education to do so." But I thought it was pretty funny. Because there's always those folks that they always have to add something to it and want to, I guess, be negative in any possible way they can in life because they're unhappy with their own lives. But I thought it was pretty funny. Little Farm on the Prairie says Amazon out of some stuff I ordered just last month. Stores low on stock. Christmas shop now. Agreed. So let's dive into that. Nomad Prepper, what is up, brother? Right on, Nomad. Thank you. Let me see here. Gray, you don't suck, bro. You yeah, thanks a minute, man. No, and I take it, I laugh at stuff like that. I'm thick-skinned, man. It takes a lot to get under my skin. Unless you threaten me or my family, then you can say whatever the hell you want, technically. But it doesn't bother me because there's always those keyboard warriors. There's always going to be a few of those folks that you cannot make happy no matter what. And I just find it amusing. I even told him, I said, "Wow, that's pretty intriguing." And then I guess he decided. I didn't block him. I didn't do anything. Being the power that I have the wrench in my hand and I could do whatever I want, but I'm not that guy. I'm not going to take his voice away. He's entitled to his opinion. I hope to get better quick. Let me see here. That's right, Gray. Hey, zombie. I'm not off my phone. Yeah, it can be tough. All right, what am I missing? What's up, Cherokee Survival? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. I'm trying to catch that so you can. Let me see here. All right. That's awesome, little red hen. All right, so let's dive into these articles, and then we can have a discussion about these articles as we're going through them. I wonder if I can move over. Let me see if I can move my comment section over here. Pop out my comments. Adriana Turner, hello. Mouse, hello. Let me see here, and let's get this popping. So what we're going to start with here, trying to get stuff done. I hear you. Northern Girl. It's been a busy week. I made a video last night. I did make a video yesterday, but I didn't drop it because by the time I got to editing, it was like 9 p.m. And I was like, yeah, I'll save it for another day. But we'll see what happens. Maybe you'll see it. Maybe you'll never see it. Who knows? All right. So let's start with this whole, basically the holiday situation. Folks, some folks, us people that are prepared have been prepping for quite some time. And there's some new folks that are new to the game. But all in all, there's going to be a lot of mass panic buying, of course. And of course, we, the preppers, will get blamed for most of that. That's how it always, falls on our shoulders because we're the crazy folks. But that's so far from the truth. It's ridiculous. But anyways, let's talk about a few things. So some of the things on these lists surprise me. And it goes outside of the realm of just Christmas stuff. But anyways, Let's dive into it, man. Food shortage at your local supermarket are about to be a new normal, and that's why I added that to my title, new normal, if they aren't already. And because that's the thing. That's the thing that they're pushing. They want everybody to get used to the fact that all these shortages, all these price hikes, all this inflation, that's just normal. That's going to be your life from now on. You're not going to be able to get the things that you need. So get used to it and like it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that personally, but that's what the mainstream is going to be pushing. Of course, you guys know this. It says current shortages result from combination of increased demand. The USDA data shows that demand for foods is up 13% versus last year, and a tightening supply chain. Food processing company founder and executive and strategy coach explained to Parade, depending on categories, tightening supply can come from adverse climate conditions. See how they like to throw that in there? Adverse climate conditions, in which I understand. California and the whole West Coast had a very bad drought. It happens from time to time. It's not, I don't think it's specific to, their agenda. But moving on, and also says Canada's harvest of durum wheat, I got a lot of you Canadians in chat, used in pasta is down 30% compared to last year. Or, as they say, it can be because many food factories and operating are below capacity because of the Charlie Victor. And restrictions in production and so on and so forth, and social distancing and all that kind of fun stuff like that. Here's where they go in to say, like, hey, there's a silver lining. If you read that part right here, there's a silver lining. The food is actually still there. So they're saying that the food is there. They just can't get it to you. It says in most cases, you're not dealing with actual food shortages, but with a disruption in the supply chain, which I can kind of agree on both ends of it. But as we know, and if you folks have listened to Christian Ice Age Farmer and a lot of other channels, regardless of the supply chain bottlenecks and everything that's transpiring, the issue that falls in hand with that is still there was not enough food produced this year in the current year, and we're moving into 2022, and it's not going to get any better than that. And there's some other things in here that kind of that kind of blows me away when I was reading it. It says when it comes to the imports and other factors come into play, 2/3 of apple concentrate consumed in the United States comes from China. And a large portion of the fish catch, so a large portion of the U.S. fish catch is shipped to China to be processed and then re-exported to the U.S. I was like, how the hell does that make any dang sense? Anyways, it says the Chinese ports are showing a 7-day average of 206 ships waiting at ports versus 82 ships, pre-pandemic. And I thought that was just interesting that we send our fish over there to get process and then send it back to the U.S. You tell me there's folks here that don't want to work. So there's folks here that don't want to process, the foods. So all in all, back to the article, it says, our food shortage is coming. In short, yes. So it's not like a secret anymore. It's not just a prepper topic now. It is full-blown topic across the boards on mainstream media and newspapers and articles and magazines and wherever you see it. How much is it spoiled and rotten? Tammy Killen, I agree. A lot of it has. A lot of things have gone bad and they've had to dispose of it. Just like we saw last year when they were dumping milk and they were slaughtering pigs and all this other stuff like that because they had no way to get it to market. A lot of things happened today. Today they blame gas prices on gouging at the pumps. Shame, shame, shame. Deception coming out of their mouths. Agreed, Empress Kimberly. USA chicken is sent to China for processing. Wow, Sunset. See, why do we have to send everything over there? So anyways, let's kind of go into what foods will be in short supply. And then we're going to also get into the holiday aspect of this stuff here. And some of the reasons why and why, why is this short and why is this not? Like, why can you find certain things and you can't find others? It says turkey and chicken will likely be specifically in short supply, experts say. The turkey shortage is predominantly of smaller turkeys. Many families had smaller gatherings for Thanksgiving in 2020 and will likely do the same for Thanksgiving 2021, making the demand for smaller birds skyrocket above the available supply. So not only there'll be less of them, they're going to cost more per pound. It says, what's more, the price of grain went up, making the birds that are available more expensive. Many grocers have also noted there has been a chicken shortage, with Tyson Chicken pointing the finger at labor shortages and the health crisis as the primary reason. Everything is based on the health crisis, of course, and we're going to see that. Moving on to beef and bacon. A lot of us like beef. A lot of us like bacon. I like fish and chicken as well, but where's the beef, as this article says? It may not be on your store shelves in June. A ransomware attack, back to the whole cyber attacks, targeted one of the biggest beef suppliers in the world. As a result, beef is often still in relatively short supply at many grocery stores, as well as higher prices than even before. Shoppers have also reported bacon being hard to come by and increasingly expensive. Now, here's one I didn't know about: carbonated beverages. And we're going to talk about this keyword right here, beer, but we're going to talk about soda and carbonated beverages just to kind of throw that in the mix. But we're gonna focus on beer and liquor here in a minute. Well, towards the end, not towards the end, but in a different article. But anyways, so your sodas, your juices, your beers, and all that stuff like that. So it says you may want to savor your LaCroix, your Diet Coke, more than ever. And we all know Coke is woke. Just wanted to throw that in there. And the fuel shortages in Europe and China reportedly may cause disruptions that will trickle down through the numerous industries. The energy crisis, which we're all very familiar with, caused a fertilizer shortage, which in turn led to a shortage of carbon dioxide. This means that there may be carbon dioxide to put bubbles. There may be carbon dioxide to put bubbles in your soft drinks and that glorious foam on your beer. There may be also aluminum shortages, meaning not just will carbonated drinks will be in short supply, but canned ones especially, maybe especially scarce. And I hate these ads over here. I like to get rid of them. All right. So as you guys can see, thank you, Cherokee Survival. Yes, smash that thumbs up button. Truly appreciate that. And yes, Karen Leslie, I saw that as well. How inconceivable in your right mind could you think about shutting down another pipeline? That just doesn't make absolute no damn sense. It just blows my mind to the aspect of where this mind, he can't be doing this. There has to be someone behind the scenes or a group of folks behind the scenes saying, hey, let's do this. We fixed this, but let's do this. Let's make this worse. Let's, like what? He can't be just coming up with these ideas on his own. And we all know he has the lowest, I think he's at 38% and his VP is at 28%. Does it get any worse than that? Matter of fact, they just did a poll that 80% of people that actually voted for this gentleman are regretting it. They said they would have reversed their vote at this point. Maybe you folks out there who did that, and I don't mean you guys, but you guys know what I'm saying. The folks that you did vote for this gentleman, you should rethink of why you did what you did. Orange man bad. Is that what the issue was? Look, I know he was more of a narcissistic kind of, in your face kind of guy, but regardless of how you look at it, the economy was good and things were better. And I get people say, well, he's part of the elite as well. Whatever. I don't really care. As long as I'm paying less at the pump, food is available, prices are down, the economy is good. It is what it is, man. At least that's how I feel about it. They are pushing Soda Stream and just buying the mix for the pop of choice. Thanks, D14. Autoimmune Prepper, I agree. It's a crying shame. I agree. Our government wants to bankrupt we the people. Agreed, Nomad. Whitmer shut down. What did Whitmer do now? Whitmer shut down the pipeline down last year because it was leaking and not maintained. Maybe the company still didn't fix it. Little Redhead, possibly. But I've talked to a few people. I've listened to a few talk shows where the welders, which would fix these pipelines, are all not jobless. And then if you remember, was it Chuck Schumer or whatever politician said, go find a different job, go find a different high paying job. So it's not, there's issues. There's issues with anything and everything. But shutting them down makes it worse. It's funny how if you look at other countries, I think, what is it? I forget what country is pushing. They're going to be building a new nuclear power plant. I think the Chinese said that, we don't care. We're building more coal plants because green energy is not the answer. At least currently, the technology is not there for it. And if anything ever really was to go sideways with it, matter of fact, what do they call it? The cannibalizing CME. Excuse me. It's a CME with so when a CME has a burst, right? The solar flare from the sun. And then another solar flare stronger catches up with that one. They were calling it a cannibalizing CME. There is actually an article on it. You can Google cannibalizing CME and read into that. Speaking of which, every article that I'm discussing tonight will be down in the description. You can link to it and read it yourself or share it amongst your friends. That being said, it was quite intriguing. The sun is very, very active. And I'm assuming you guys, I've said it 100 times, Suspicious Observer, Adapt 2030, Christian the Ice Age Farmer, that trio right there can pump out a lot of great solid information. They do a heavy research into the material that they put out way beyond what I do, or at least most of the other channels that I've seen. They're one of those top 3 folks that kind of put out a lot of great material to kind of give you a generalized idea between food, the economy, and the whole space weather news and stuff like that. All right, so let me stop rambling and get back in the chat. Agreed, Cindy. I agree. Is it a pumpkin shortage, Charlie Brown? I like the way they worded that. Good grief, canned pumpkin may be in short supply for the second year in a row because 2020 wasn't enough of a hellscape thanks to the Charlie Victor. Mother Nature added a drought to the mix that hurt pumpkin crops. This year, the spread of a fungus on many pumpkin crops in Illinois, from which most canned pumpkin and pumpkin puree is sourced, may be getting your autumnal flavor fix even harder. So this plays into our Thanksgiving dinners. This is playing into our what I want to say, our our holiday dinners, or for Christmas and whatnot. Me, I love pumpkin pie. I know some people hate it. I love it. It's a staple every holiday since my mom's been baking it. Before my mom passed away, my grandmother, they all baked these pumpkin pies from scratch. It was a beautiful thing. They grew pumpkins in the back and then converted them into pumpkin pies. Great things. They're the ones that kind of taught me about the whole pumpkin seed thing that I was talking about. I don't even know if I released that video when I was talking about pumpkin seeds. Now, a lot of you folks have seen this here, the pet food shortage. A lot of you folks have seen that come across there. Why is there a pet food shortage? It says, according to Reuters, price hikes on ingredients like corn and soy and meat. And of course, you guys know soy and the whole issue with China buying up all the soy and stuff like that down there in Brazil and all those crops and matter of fact, we sold a bunch of ours to China as well. And, they say China is starving, but they bought up all this stuff like that. To me, there feels like there's misinformation out there. Maybe they're starving out certain populations in their country, but I'm pretty sure the people that run that country are not starving. Anyways, it says, as well as certain oils have led to price increases on pet food, and certain retailers like Target and Amazon are actually facing pet food shortages. Also contributing to pet food shortages is one otherwise a silver lining to the I hate saying that word, but to the health crisis. An average of 12.6% of households got a new pet between March and December 2020, leading to a higher demand for pet supplies. So you see how everything has a cause and effect with it. Now, what do we all need to survive? What is the huge thing? Sweet potato pie. I agree, Pony Girl. That is also good. I do enjoy my sweet potato pies. I love yams. Anything in that family of things, the squashes and whatnot. Let me see here. And before I go into the bottled water shortage, which a lot of you folks have told me in chat, a lot of folks of you have told me in Discord that you've gone to your local Costco, your local Sam's, or whatever place, and they have a limit on the amount of water that you can buy. And some people say, well, Grey, well, you only need to buy a couple cases of water a day, if that. You know what I mean, Grey? You only need to go to the store and buy one turkey. Go to the next day and buy some more. It's the premise behind it. It's the premise of you're in America and they're telling you you're only allowed to have this one thing. How do we know it's never going to progress to more where they actually track you? Let's say they move to digital currency and they say, okay, well, you bought a turkey 2 days ago. Your turkey, that's the last turkey you can buy this month. How do we know that's not going to transpire? And I'm just speculating. It's just my observations on the way things play out and the push for digital currency. Couldn't that be a possibility? Doesn't that seem likely if they want to limit the amount of food that you can purchase by controlling the money that you have in your account? And a lot of us folks like myself, we kind of, we have our fiat currency put to the side, but, we also have our silver, we have our tradable goods and stuff like that. So we have some backup plans, but the general population does not. So when they say you can only buy 2 bottles or 2 cases of water, what is that going to mean? What is that going to mean in the future? Like right now, sure, you can play and circumvent the game, just like how we did. Matter of fact, Rip Curl, I think he's in the chat. He did a funny videos where he would put on like a mask, or not a mask, but like a hat, and make himself look different to go buy more ammo. That was hilarious, and I'm sure people are doing that, or they're sending other friends and family to go. Let's say you have a family of 12 that are going to be showing up at your house for Thanksgiving. Hey, you get a turkey, and whatever. I understand that. We're still paying more for it because of due to inflation and the cost of goods. But all in all, I think this is a prelude to what may possibly happen down the road, where they're actually looking at what you spend, what you bought, and then restricting you from making that the ability to purchase that down the road. You might be get limited for like a stipend, or for like, okay, you can only buy this much stuff in a 30-day period. So folks that are stocking up on food now, folks that are doing the prepper pantry hauls, people that are stocking up on stuff, that is the smartest thing I could ever say to anybody, is get what you can as much as you can now, because if they ever go to that direction, that's going to provide a big, huge issue if there's ever a situation where folks aren't prepared in the aspect of, let's say you get obliterated by a nasty hurricane or a tornado or a deep freeze, and you don't have the capability to go out and buy some more stuff, and you're limited to the stuff that you have in your home, and you're not prepared, and you run out, but you can't go out and get no more because it's not available to you. Do you kind of see where I'm showing that? So that would then push someone into either A, do something they would not normally do, and B, it's going to create a domino effect. At least that's my point of view. That's my point of view. Kind of jump over here and chat real quick. Nomad Prepper, yeah, we discussed it on Magic's. Well, I didn't discuss that. Magic discussed that on his channel last night. I'm doing good, Moldy. Appreciate that. And Jossie Rod, thank you so much. I'm sitting there. You see, I just want to look in chat real quick. Smallpox pie, right? Sunset. And I've seen that too. There's some far crazy fringe channels that I do watch to kind of see what they're talking about. I watch a lot of YouTube when I have the opportunity to do so. Usually when I'm let's say I'm here or I'm waiting in line somewhere, or I'm at a friend's house, or I'm at work, I try to watch some stuff just to kind of garner what's going on in the YouTubeverse. There's some crazy things that I see, and they get lots of views, but I can't really hold too much. Some of it can't hold too much water when you dive into it. But hey, you'll get the clicks and you'll get the views. But I'm not gonna ever put that on my viewers in the aspect that I want to provide you the information that I can verify and show that it's actually transpiring. Just like the thumbnail, like I said, the thumbnail technically is a picture from one of my local stores. I had to take that picture, and Lady Grey was like, "Why are you taking that picture?" And I said, "I'm going to use this for a thumbnail. I don't know what thumbnail I'm going to use it for, but it happened to be for tonight's live stream." All right, jumping back into the article. Bottled water shortages may flood stores. It says now might be the best time ever to invest in a water filter. Now, I agree on that part right here. I agree right there. In a water filter, you should have the Life Straws. They're okay, but if you have the option for the Sawyer Minis, the Grails. There's a lot of different other water filtrations, water purification tablets, and having the ability to purify water is huge if you can't get your hands on bottled water or whatever the situation may be. And matter of fact, in the video that I have not dropped, I talk about a little bit about water. I guess I should drop that video. Maybe I'll drop it tomorrow. No, there's another video. I don't know. I'll see. I'll drop it. Maybe I'll drop it on one of the days I usually don't do videos, like on a Friday or something. Or maybe Thursday morning before, since I go live in the afternoon. I'll be double dipping that day. But anyways, back to that. Water has been scarce for many shoppers. It's one of several items that Costco specifically has put buying limits on for customers. This is largely due to the droughts in many areas themselves. And don't you like what they say right here? And I made fun of this on the Sunday Shift Report on another article that I read, but they always want to throw in the climate change thing in there. Let's throw that climate change there. Let's throw a climate change over here. Let's just throw climate change everywhere, just so we can reinforce that and pound that into the normal average citizen. So all they think about, well, things are happening, because it's the climate change, and we need to fix the climate change. Yeah, whatever. Stop paying attention to mainstream media. Do your own research. Broaden your of what you can. At least that's from how I feel about that. Never take for face value what these folks say. At least that's me personally. Don't even take what I say for face value. Like I said, the articles are there for you to look at down in the description. You can click on them and make your own observations and assumptions from there. But moving on. It says, well, as an overall shortage of plastic and, of course, good old-fashioned panic buying, which I like how they threw that in there, panic buying, because it's not us doing the panic buying. We don't panic buy. We buy over time and we stock. Anyways, then it goes into, let me jump into chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Cause when I'm reading these articles, I can't really see chat too much. Let me see here. What's up, Creative Redundancy? How you doing? Let me see. I've had two and get into pox and one against pox. Mess with it. Right on. I research everything and use discernment. Agreed, JT. That's the best way to do it, JT. The best way. All right. So let's dive into the whole paper towel and toilet paper shortages may be back. Well, to be honest with you folks, I've never ever had to panic buy toilet paper. When I saw in the news that there were shortages everywhere, and I just kind of snickered to myself, and I was like, well, I've been buying toilet paper and paper goods for over a decade, and I keep a rotation of my supply. And I was thinking, I don't need to go to the store. I can do without for about 6 months. But anyways, and also have backups, man. There's some good backups out there. I know you guys have seen the tablets and cloth. Ways you can use other things. There's other things that you can use other than toilet paper and paper towels. It takes a little bit more work, a little bit more elbow grease, you know what I mean, to use this, let's say a hand towel or whatnot and wash it. Maybe you don't have the water to wash it. Texas T, thank you so much for that donation for the Toys for Tots. I appreciate that, brother. You know, every super chat and every super sticker this month will be going to the Toys for Tots, and we'll be doing a shopping spree. Lady Gray's excited. She says, what do you think you're going to raise? I said, I don't know. I said, but we're going to have fun with it, and we're going to buy a crap ton of stuff, and we're going to hopefully make these children's lives a little bit better this year. Let's kind of stay on topic here and see if I can, I just caught that on my monitors. But again, thank you so much, Texas T. You're an awesome individual. Truly appreciate your brother. Anyways, I don't think we really need to go into the whole toilet paper thing. You know, the same thing. Some people have the option. Have you guys know what a bidet is? And they mentioned in this article, you can actually, there's these little life home hacks. And I've been thinking about doing these little short videos, or, you know, like a 2 to 5 minute videos on life hacks. I don't know if that would jive with the prepper channel, but it seemed like it would if it's prepper related. But, you know, where you sprayed water up your butt, you know, and cleaned you. Anyways, sorry, I snicker at things like that. Maybe I'm a little embarrassed at saying certain things. I don't know. This one was intriguing for myself, I thought, because, you know, there's a lot of children in schools this year. Matter of fact, we've talked about the situations in the school systems where they're telling parents, thank you so much, Cherokee Survival, for that. Please smash that like button. You know, the Lunchables and juice boxes, but schools have been telling their folks, the parents, hey, can you send your kids home with, you know, a bagged lunch or whatnot? We're a little short on things. But here we go with the Lunchables and juice boxes. It says that the health crisis has disrupted the supply chains across a number of boards, making many moms nervous at the grocery stores and potentially leaving picky eaters hangry. I get hangry sometimes. I like the word hangry. Many shoppers have noticed empty shelves where Lunchables were once stacked high, as well as shortages of juice and sports drinks, with many stores saying that the products won't be readily available as normal until as far as 2022. We discussed that, I think, was it last week, about the economics, and a lot of folks saying that they don't think that it's going to resolve in 22. They think they might not even happen until 2023. Just want to throw that in there. Anyways, the Heinz company told in a statement, compared to 2019, nearly 2 million more households bought Kraft Heinz brands in the second quarter of 2021. We're also seeing an all-time high in demand for many of our brands, including Lunchables, which in that case has been driven by proactive steps and investments in marketing and brand. You know, that's I don't want to. I'm not trying to toot whatever his name is, Kraft and Heinz. I don't care. Sure, you guys are doing a good job. Whatever. Get more food out there at a better cost. Now, this one's kind of concerned me right here. Canned food shortages may be common. Canned food shortages may be common. Now, this affects us in the prepperverse. A lot of us, you know, prep canned goods. I can tell by the video that I did last week on Wednesday that it's huge in the prepper community. Canned goods and prepper hauls and things that we do. There's a lot of information to be had here. And basically, they're going to put it on the aluminum is in short supply for a lot of manufacturers. So those of you who love to stock up on canned sales, we see you and we respect it. I wonder who's watching. Doesn't that kind of give you it says, let me repeat that. So for those of you who love to stock up at a canned sales, we see you and we respect it. Who's watching us? May have a tougher time this year. In addition to aluminum shortages, there's also simply the fact that more people are cooking at home. And let's be honest, bingo, doomsday. Let me highlight that, not the whole thing. Doomsday prepping. Hey, who are they blaming again? Us, the preppers. We're all doomsday preppers, folks. And then it says, thereby increasing the demand for canned food overall, and a demand increase and the availability of aluminum decreases. You guessed it, canned goods will be a lot more expensive. A lot of us have seen that now. So if you can, go to your local Dollar Trees and Dollar whatever's, while they're still there. And if you find sales on canned goods, buy them. You know what I mean? And make sure you buy the foods that you and your family eat. Don't just buy random canned goods. And also, I forgot, someone said it to me in chat not too long ago, which I thought was really cool. They said that they buy, let's say, a case of certain cans, and they check them, because you have to check them, because what about if they're dented? What about if they're already damaged? So that's already going to give you an issue down the road when it comes to the longevity of that canned good. All right, moving on. Mamma mia, there's a pasta shortage. So our dry pastas, folks that like this, we do beans, rice, and we also do pastas. Another prepper staple. It says, as an Italian American for whom Sunday sauce is absolutely a necessity, simple to function as a human being, the idea of pasta shortage is nothing in short of devastating. And here we are. Droughts and record high temperatures have affected wheat crops all over the world, driving up the price of pasta and making it harder to come by. And I'm gonna skip past. I'm not gonna skip past it, but I'm gonna just highlight it. Some of the things, because also you're gonna be paying more for bread. This kind of all goes back to the whole wheat and stuff like that, because wheat processed and the flour and all that stuff like that. But they keep on throwing this whole climate change thing in there. I'm not gonna make any comment on it, but you guys can see. Let's move on to Thanksgiving dinner this year, and let me stop for a second. I order online, and oats and all kinds are out of stock, as well as rice. I just saw that. Where are you at? Whoops, I'm on the wrong thing here. I just saw that, and I just lost it. Let's talk prepping. I order online, and oats and all kind are out of stock as rice. Yes, there's a lot of things out of stock. Like I said, we've seen everywhere you look at, there's going to be issues. Carmen Gonzalez said, I heard about the pasta shortages. How about flour and pasta machine? Agreed, Carmen. And that's another thing, folks that have, I don't know, me personally, when it comes to flour and stuff like that, it's that every ingredient to create something, let's say to create bread, having enough yeast in your pantry, put up in the pantry, properly stored for long-term storage, flour and grains, so that if there is a shortage for certain types of products like bread or pasta, you have the ability to transition those ingredients that you have, salt, everything that you would consider to make bread, have those ingredients to do it the old school way, the way that our forefathers and our grandparents and possibly our great grandparents did, to make these things from scratch. Yes, it's going to take a lot longer, but I think, to me personally, it tastes better. You know what's in it, and you appreciate it just a little bit more than just going to the store and buying some sugar-filled, nasty bread with a bunch of preservatives in it that's destroying your body. That's basically 90% sugar. Ooh, all right. Sorry, I get a little on these little rants sometimes and these tangents, but because a lot of things just bother me, and some people, they look at life as I'm just going to go to the store and buy 3 days worth of food and then just do it every 3 days. They don't understand or comprehend that if an emergency ever presents itself, they're going to be in a situation. Most people out there in the outside of, let's say, the preparedness community or homesteaders and folks like us, don't know how to make bread, don't know how to make pastas. They don't know how to make specific sauces and gravies, don't know how to process meats or cure meats, whatever method that you choose to use for your things. Most people don't know how to can. Like I said, that's one thing I'm lacking on, but this year I'll be canning. I finally got my cooker, or my pressure cooker in. I got my books. I got a bunch of stuff. So that's going to be another part of, I'm going to loop that into my channel my first time when I do all that stuff. But eventually I'll be doing bits and pieces of everything. But learning all these skills necessary for self-sufficiency is huge. All right, I'm done staring at this big old turkey on the screen here. It's kind of making me hungry. All right, so basically here's what it says. Thanksgiving dinner staples are seeing a shortage this year. All right, so it says, while still a few weeks away, some are preparing for their Thanksgiving dinners ahead of time, and you might want to hop in the queue now, as certain traditional staples may be low in stock this season. According to Butterball, one of the leading turkey sellers, there will still be enough birds to go around, but for those who prefer smaller size birds, they keep on saying this, small. So instead of getting the big bird, because that's going to cost so much money, the smaller size birds have gotten increased. So to me, for some reason, the smaller size bird keeps on popping into the vocabulary. So to me, there's something with that. I don't know, maybe it's gnawing at me. I don't know. Smaller size gobblers, which are about 10 to 14 pounds. To me, 10 to 14 pounds is pretty good, depending on your size of your family. I know some of you guys get like these 20-pound birds or 30-pound birds. It's a big turkey. Anyways, the brand recommends heading out early. Butterball CEO explains to Good Morning America that heavier turkeys over 16 pounds can be easily attainable, as most of the birds stayed longer at the farms than usual and ended up growing larger through time due to the challenges and labor issues brought on by the current health crisis. In the term of essentials such as cranberry sauce, and I don't know, I like cranberry sauce for my Thanksgiving dinner. Cranberry sauce, the company Ocean Spray, which you guys are probably familiar with in the canned goods section, Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, informed ABC News the company has been experiencing a shortage of aluminum cans, back to the aluminum cans thing, transportation, and more. I wish they would have elaborated on the more aspect, but the whole transportation thing we've talked about, the whole trucking industry and what's going on with that. and so on and so forth. Then it goes back into say ready-made pies, bakery pies, gravy, and like many what? Sorry, I misread that one. And the like may also take a little more effort to find, according to, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, Davey, President and Client Engagement at the IRI. The holiday food items are priced about 5 to 10% higher than the previous year. I honestly think they're a little bit higher than what they're saying, because I've looked and priced a few things and they seem almost, I say 20 to 30% higher, but that's just from what I'm seeing in my local area. Anyways, so that's the Ryan Reynolds one, or not Ryan Reynolds, whatever the heck I'm saying. I'm going to move that over. Let's get rid of that as well. And let me jump in the chat really quick. Peacefully Prep says, we only buy what's on sale. I've had to learn and how to make things I've never heard of. Agreed, Peacefully Prep. That's a great idea. And learning from all that stuff is huge. There's a lot of things that I've learned even this year that I've never made before, that I'm learning how to make. And this kind of refers back to what I'm always preaching. I'm a huge book nerd. I think everybody should have books on cooking and baking, primitive skills, fire starting, plumbing, construction, gardening, and the list goes on and on and on. I think you should have all these books in your hand, because if there is no internet, there is no way to look something up. Whatever the case may be, having this material is almost like a lifesaver. At least that's how I look at it personally. Let me see. Not your fault. You've been prepping for years, so it's great grandchildren's fault, according to how people see things today. Freaky Geek, thank you for being in chat, brother. Stewart's Prepping, hello, how you doing? I buy the number 10 cans of tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce and freeze in a quart-sized bags. That's very smart. Now with freezers, I was talking about that with someone else the other day. Freezers, because unless you have, a lot of people have these deep freezers. They put a lot of different meats. They go hunting. They get deer, moose, elk, whatever they happen to hunt for, fish, and they stock it in their deep freezes. I hope folks that do have these options have either a generator and enough fuel, or a solar option, that in case anything ever transpires, that they are able to keep these freezers running, because you don't want to lose all that food. Another option, of course, is learning how to build a root cellar. I've learned a few different hacks that you can use, from old refrigerators to building a root cellar, or some great videos, on YouTube about how to build root cellars. And no matter what part of the country you're in, I know some people say, well, I'm in a humid environment, or I'm in a dry environment, or I'm in this environment. Depending on where you are in the U.S., I'm pretty sure where there's a will, there's a way. But just, I wanted to touch on that, because preserving and if there's no power, if there's no fuel, if you're in that kind of situation, I would hope that you have some sort of backup plan, so that you not lose all that money, all that food that you invested into in the freezers. Let me see here. I'm just going to look over at chat. Just subscribe to Brian Q Prepper 2. Bright side and living, I can get in snow. Yeah, awesome. Creative redundancy. I don't have snow down here. If it ever snows in my part of Florida, all hell will break loose. It'll be a full-on shift scenario. And Judy Henderson, thank you so much. Yes, root cellars. We have to think of back in the day, the old ways. A lot of people have forgotten the old ways. That's a huge thing. There's a lot of great information and books out there on the old ways. And these are the things I wish there was a college course, or a course in high school where you can choose, or, have an option to learn the old ways. Let's say how to churn butter, how to use a mechanical washing machine, or a washboard, how to do things without technology, so that our children, because some of us teach our children certain things, but would it be nice if, while they're getting educated on, history and whatnot, things that they should be educated in, depending on where your kid goes to school, because that's a whole another ball game. But wouldn't it be nice if there was like a class, a course that they could take that teaches them things of the old ways, things how to survive without, electricity, without the current technology advances that we have in today's society, because we know that's fragile. The smallest little thing, a small thunderstorm, and you get a brownout at your house, and then of course you're dealing with power, or you get a power surge to your home and blows out your router, or blows out this, and you don't have Wi-Fi for days, or whatever, snaps your breakers and whatnot. I don't know. I just think that it would be cool to have some sort of classroom environment where it would teach the younger generation coming up some of these skills outside of just the parents being able to do that. But, speaking of which, school, I'm kind of going to veer off the subject for a minute, because I asked my daughter today, because she goes to she doesn't go to a regular school. She doesn't go to, what is it called? Public school. But I said, hey, do you guys say the Pledge of Allegiance every day? And she said, yes, we do. And I said, well, that is great to hear. It touches my heart when I hear stuff like that, because in her classroom, they're teaching her what they need to be teaching her, not some agenda that you're pushing in public school systems. And like I said, if you haven't seen what I discussed about that on the Sunday shift report, you should go check that out. There's some great information in that one. All right, it says 4 holiday food shortages you should know about. And this is kind of getting a little bit redundant, I know. We're almost done with the whole thing in regards to what I got going on. And it's 50 minutes already. Dang, Gray, you've been talking for a minute. Amish classes would be a good idea for schools. North Cal Prepper, that would be pretty cool. I think that would be neat. Let me see here. So the holidays are right around the corner, which means it's nearly time to start planning special dinners to enjoy with your family. And this is the time for family. Thanksgiving and Christmas is the time for family. This is a time where we make some of the best memories in the world that we can have, you know? Anyways, it says for Thanksgiving dinner, like essentials like roast turkey with cranberry sauce, green beans, and pumpkin pie. For Hanukkah, the menu might feature brisket, challah, chicken, and matzo. And for Christmas, you probably plan to save room on your plate for a ham, mashed potatoes, and pecan pie. No matter what you celebrate, you should consider shopping for your groceries early. And funny enough, I think we've had our turkey. We've had our turkey since early October, frozen, of course. But it says no matter what you celebrate, you should consider shopping for your groceries early this year. Unfortunately, some holiday foods are already hard to find on supermarket shelves. Here's a list of 4 holiday foods that could be impacted on the shortages if they aren't already. And the reason I'm being redundant with this, because I want to show you that it's not just happening. It's not just happening in the aspect of one article. It's not one news media outlet, not one magazine, not one this, that it's everywhere. And a lot of folks are pumping this information out. Eat this, not that. I've heard of this website before, but and why is this running down here? I hate these little ads. Anyways, but you kind of get what I'm saying. That's why I'm kind of being redundant to show you that it's everywhere, no matter where you look on the mainstream, or I call it sub-mainstream when you start looking at other places, or here on YouTube. Anyways, they go back into the smaller turkey thing. So I don't want to go over that again, but I thought this one, apples, was on here. That one wasn't in the other one. It says every year, Minnesota's Northwoods orchard typically harvests about 20 bushels of apples per tree. This year, however, it's facing tremendous production setbacks. I said, we're lucky if there's even a bushel of apples being harvested from some of the trees. Tom Eckdell, whose brother owns a farm, told local news station KTTC. And some of the trees simply don't have any apples at all. Some of it's drought related. Some of it's just, it could be insects, he added. It could be frost related from an early season, but there's a tremendous setback for apple production here at the orchard. The little farmer in Wisconsin has 7,000 trees and produces about 20 varieties of apples. Thanks to a late spring freeze, the orchard also reports to harvesting fewer apples this year. Almost all the orchards in Wisconsin are having a light apple crop due to this, the farm wrote in a Facebook post. Our farmers are just bummed about it, about the light crop this year, and you are not to mention that with the labor shortage, we are very tired. So I thought that was pretty interesting about the apples things, right? Let me jump over to chat real quick. I'm trying to multitask. This Christmas, I'm buying my kids all necessities, clothing, survival, camping gear. That's awesome, Scars at 219 or 619. Yeah, 219. I got it right. Don't depend on school system to teach basic life skills. If you attend church, organize meetings, and volunteer, teach young kids and how to balance checkbooks, cookbooks, etc. Granny Goose, my daughter is in a Catholic school, so they do teach some of that stuff there. Let me see here. Backing up a little bit, I look home. What happened to that? Turkey jerky. Turkey jerky does sound good, Renegade. All we have next Thanksgiving is turkey. It's turkey spam. Yeah, right. Arkansas, that could be a possibility. Turkey spam, which when I did that video, I learned that there's bacon spam, turkey spam. There's all kinds of different types of spam. Pretty interesting, though. All right. Our acorn crop was not good this year. Mark Witcher, thanks for that. Thanks for sharing. I love hearing stuff from the community members and areas that you're in. That's why I love the Discord group that we have here down below. If you're into Discord, it's down below. You can go to my Discord, and some of the mods will probably post it. But a lot of folks from all over the countries, we have the Discord broken down into sections. You know, the Southeast section, Northeast, Southeast, West, Texas. Texas has its own section. Where people can conversate amongst themselves, and people that live in that area that can communicate issues that they're seeing in Texas, or let's say you're in Florida and you're the southeastern region or whatnot, you guys can communicate with each other. outside of just, posting things in the Discord. You can communicate with each other and be like, hey, are you seeing this at your local store? I'm running into this. It's kind of like a preparedness network and stuff. And it's called the GreyMan, or the GreyMan Preparedness. I forget what I call it, but it's my Discord. Zane usually handles the Discord. I'm in there from time to time. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, right. Creative redundancy. I agree with you there. All right, so let's jump into this article real quick. I'm trying to hurry up because I know some other folks are going on live here soon, and I want to let them have their voice on YouTube as well. I try to be as polite as I can with folks because there's a lot of great information on YouTube, and a lot of us in the preparedness community that have a message to spread. Anyways, this goes into Christmas trees and Christmas tree decor. Like I said, this GreyMan, man, hold on. Let me do this. Can I do this? This GreyMan Christmas tree ornament might be something, because there's not going to be a shortage of these because it's wood. It's all natural, and it's made here in the USA. Oh man, I could probably run an infomercial. Anyways, I'm just kidding, folks. But you see what I'm saying. I think that's going to be something cool. Let me bring this back up. I never thought in my lifetime I would have my own ornament with my logo on it, and that people might want it, or people might hang it on their tree and bring it part of their Christmas traditions. It's just kind of cool. All right, so let's jump it back into the article. Let me see here. I just want to know, there's a lot of just, unless you're right. Yeah, right, S. Moore. It says, if you're thinking about ditching the messy real Christmas tree this year and going artificial, you may want to reconsider. Personally, I like a real Christmas tree. I know the tree huggers are going to be like, no, you're killing. Well, there's Christmas tree farms. Okay. That's where we're at in society today. There's Christmas tree farms. They grow them every year. They have a process. It doesn't do anything. They're bred to be Christmas trees. I like the smell of the Christmas tree. I love the smell. It kind of ties into the whole holiday spirit. So having a real Christmas tree for me, it just makes it more crispier. Is that even a word? Crispier? Yeah, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. Gray's crazy with the words, but but you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I just like that fact of a real Christmas tree. I've had synthetics before. They're just not the same. It's always a backup. You know what I mean? But anyways, according to the Communist News Network, the supply chain of artificial trees is going to be down close to 20%, and prices could jump up as much as 25% due to the backlog from China. Did I say that? The same situation exists for Christmas decorations and ornaments. What to do about it? Consider buying gently used from eBay. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm not fond of eBay. Here's what I would suggest. If you're looking for Christmas ornaments and you're on the prowl for some new stuff, go to Goodwill. Go to thrift stores. They have some classic, cool looking, eclectic looking Christmas ornaments there. Some very more of the old fashioned stuff, not the mainstream. Remember when you would buy the Christmas balls and they're actually, they were like kind of like a glass material. Now they're just that cheap plastic and they fall apart. I don't know. Anyways, so Christmas ornaments and fake Christmas trees, that's going to be on the shortage list as well. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Now we're going to jump into electronics. To me, this is not a huge thing for me. Now it can affect, I guess, in the preparedness community, let's say solar generators, solar bricks, and other parts of, let's say, comms, radios, CB radios, GMRS, all those things that need chips in them. This could affect us. Of course, they're focusing on gaming systems, which I think anybody who spends $500 or $600 on a gaming system, I hope you're rich, because how much money if you bought a PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever they're up to now, how much money could that be into preps? How much could that be into gear or whatever, a necessity, or pay off some credit cards or bills or something like that? I don't know. I hope I didn't piss anybody off with that, but you get what I'm saying, man. You got to have your priorities in a specific situation. You got to have your priorities right, And now we have an ad that's right over what I'm trying to read. Anyways, it says the semiconductor shortage is real, folks. And it stems from factories closing as well as cargo ship backlogs and labor shortages. So this means a shortage is not only in computers and laptops, but also gaming systems, including the Xbox and Sony PlayStation. I personally don't care about PlayStations or Xboxes, but that's my personal opinion. This one is simply, we're going to move on to the toys and board games, because that's like an essential, and not an essential, but that's part of Christmas. You have some toddlers or some young kids that you want to buy some cool board games for, or some toys, or the red wagon, a wagon or whatnot, and you might not have the option to do so. This one is simply a supply and demand. The demand for toys is never higher is never higher than in a few weeks leading up to Christmas. Most toys and games are made in China, which is a dang shame. What happened to American-made toys? Anyways, moving on. Millions of them are literally stuck in cargo containers right now. So while Christmas and everybody's opening gifts under the trees, if they have any gifts to open, because some people are less fortunate than others, and that's why I'm doing the Toys for Tots thing, is because a lot of gifts are going to be stuck on these shipping containers, which is a shame. But it is what it is, folks. It's just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind if you are looking for specific gifts and things like that for your kids. Shop now. What I'm going to have to do for the whole Toys for Tots thing is I'm probably going to have to hit 12 different locations and all over the county to make sure that we get enough toys and possible clothing and stuff like that, and some other things that I want to do for the or not the giveaway, but for the charity event that I'm doing. But anyways, I thought that was pretty crazy to know that pretty much every single thing that we from our foods, from our pharmaceuticals to microchips to everything, it seems it comes from overseas. Just imagine if it was all made here in the U.S. Imagine how our jobs would be. I think it would be phenomenal. I know some people are like, well, you're going to pay more for U.S. goods. Whatever. If the economy's doing well, it's not as a big issue, I feel personally, buying from within. Plus, if we were to keep on doing that, to me, that would enhance the whole situation, and the fact that more jobs, more money, more circulation, more goods produced here. So we don't have to depend on outside of the U.S. Now, sure, I don't mind, the global trade thing. I understand that, but we need to become a little bit more self-dependent on producing goods here in the U.S. Arkansas Prepper Network, thanks so much for that, brother. I truly appreciate that donation for the Toys for Tots. Moving on to kitchen appliances. If you're buying a new home, if your refrigerator breaks, or if your deep freezer breaks, you might run into issues. Both large and small kitchen appliances are also being affected by the global supply chain shortage. It says, because fewer appliances are manufactured in North America, here we go again, many are not making it in the stores, causing a higher demand and subsequent higher prices. Have you seen the cost of refrigerators? They've almost doubled since I've seen them last year. And yeah, I'm sounding like a broken record too, but I recommend buying early. After a quick scan of small appliances on Amazon, the prices and selection still looks pretty good. I've never bought any appliance online. I kind of like to, kick those appliances around the way, kind of see how they feel and whatnot. But then it goes into furniture, and why did they add this to the list? A robot vacuum, really? Don't understand that. All right, so last but not least, let's get into the liquor. I know some of you folks out there like to have a glass of wine, like to have like a sherry, or like to have a rum and coke, some Jack Daniels, some stuff. It looks, folks, that we might be going back to the old ways and having some shine for Christmas if this happens to progress further than it already is. I know some of you folks out there probably make your own shine, probably some really good shine. All right, it says, why liquor store shortages caused by the Charlie Victor persist in some states. And this is kind of focused on, I think, Philadelphia or something like that. It says, a fair warning for your next trip to the liquor store. Several states across the U.S. are still experiencing booze shortages related to Charlie Victor, and it's unclear when the supply will be able to meet the demand. Early in the Charlie Victor, it was common to find libations low in stock. After some liquor stores briefly closed, statewide nation lockdowns and skyrocketing consumer demand for alcohol. Liquor for Tots. Thanks, Arkansas Prepper Network. Liquor for Tots. I mean, toys. No, the liquor's, it's for that. After you have all your family at your house and everything is going crazy and everybody's like, you want to decompress a little bit. You know what I mean? And the adults go by the campfire and you just have a little, a little drink, and relax, wind down a bit. I'm not condoning drinking. I'm just saying that for the folks that enjoy that pastime, you know what I mean? It's nice, you know what I mean? If you know how to control your consumption and whatnot, it's nice to have, some people like to watch, watch a good movie or something like that and kick back a beer to relax or unwind. My wife likes wine. She's huge into wine. Me, every once in a while, and a great while, I'm not a huge drinker. But all in all, this may affect some of you folks. Anyway, it says, but where am I at? It says, but continued reports of shortages from Vermont to New Jersey to Ohio persist more than a year later, and some states are rationing their liquor supply amid ongoing supply chain issues. The Pennsylvania State Board in charge of consumer liquor sales announced last week that it was limiting customers to 2 bottles of certain alcoholic beverages per day. The Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board said the purchase limit on select items will be including Hennessy, cognac, Buffalo Trace bourbon, and Patron tequila will be in place for the foreseeable future. There you have it, folks. There you have it. All right. Whew. Let's see. Matter of fact, I'm also in Florida, GreyMan. Free American. That's awesome. The chat is just rolling past. Free American. I just happened to see that you're in Florida as well. And for you folks in Florida, just to say, we're probably going to be doing a get together here soon. I want to see what the so I did that poll earlier in the chat. A lot of you guys probably, it looks like a lot of you guys did. Let me end the poll. There we go. Let's end this poll here. I'd rather have coffee. Creative redundancy. I'm right there with you, but everybody thinks my coffee is a little, tainted, but it's not. It's just Cuban coffee, Café Bustelo, one of my favorites. We had 228 votes, folks. I said, which time slot do you prefer for GreyMan to go live on Tuesdays? It looks like 76% of you said at 7 p.m. So that being said, other than if I have a guest with a time constraint issue, I think for now on Tuesdays, we're going to be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Grey Exchange. Hopefully that works for everybody. Little Red Hen, you're in Florida as well. When I put it all together, when I get with JT and Gene W. and some of the other folks and Jeff, when we put this together, we're probably going to have a pre-meetup. We're probably going to have a little meetup at like Dustin's Barbecue or something like that and talk about this, but we're going to try to do a bigger meetup for you Florida preppers or anybody is welcome to come that wants to come down here. I just don't, having to fly to Florida would be a pain in the butt, especially with the way things are this day and age. But Florida is a great state. I'm going to try to put something together because I would like to meet you guys and sit by the campfire, tell some prepper stories, share some experiences, learn from each other. I think it'll be a fun time. So stay tuned for that. I'd like to do it in the wintertime when it's cooler because Florida can Arleth, what are you talking about, Arleth? Chemtrails everywhere now. Are you I don't know, Arleth, are you talking about flying on an airplane thingy? Whiskey, gin, brandy with glass, I'm pretty handy. Right on Arkansas. But anyways, just having a get together, like on a campsite or something like that. If you guys prefer to do that, or if you guys just want to do, we'll talk about it. But for you folks, Dr. D, I go to Florida for a week each summer. Right on, Dr. D. That's kind of cool. I appreciate that. Frank Short says, I'm ready for the meetup. John Dearman says, hey, from Arizona. Welcome, John. That sounds good. I see. What did Hawkeye say? I got to back up now to see what Hawkeye said. Tina West, good evening as well. Ginger Ninja. Let me see here. Hawkeye, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a boomstick and a lot of freedom seeds. That's great, Hawkeye. All right, folks. Well, that's so what do you guys think? Did you guys get some value out of this live stream? Did you feel that it was informational? Did you guys find out some things that you may have not have been aware of? Because I'm hoping by putting this information together that I'm spreading the word of things, spreading information out there that's helpful to you folks out that watch these live streams or watch any of my content in general. So I truly hope that, that some of you folks out there got some either some new information or maybe maybe share it with family members. Like, hey, watch this live stream. It was pretty had a lot of great information in there. At least I feel it did. Minuteman 69, is that 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Yes, I'm in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, so anything that I ever produce will be in Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Florida, folks, just so that you can be aware. Florida time. Most of Florida is in Eastern Standard Time. I think maybe is it the Panhandle way in the far western region of the Panhandle? Maybe I think they're in a different time zone. Creator got information and got hungry. Just saying. That's awesome. Creator redundancy. Hunt for food with your toys. Right on, Renegade. Jeff says, always, it was enjoyable. I'm glad I made it. Thank you, One Revolution, especially about the fuel shortage just north of me. Enjoyed it. Panhandle and Central. Thank you, Dr. D. Appreciate that. Let me see. Thank you, Cherokee. West of the Gulf County is Central. Thanks, folks. Because like I said, I'm not when it comes to certain information, I'm great at. Other information, when it comes to like normal stuff, I'm not great at. Why not also buy huge cookies for Tots as well? Can you, Sunset? Can you do cookies? I don't know. I'll check it because I've been asking the marine at the Marine Recruiter Station things that we can get for them, because I don't want to just get a lot of toys. I was thinking about games, books, clothing, stuff like that. And I was also going to ask him if there's any type of way I could donate food and stuff. But I don't know. It's I don't think they don't have the option for that, but they can direct me somewhere else. But we'll see what we raise over the month of November via super chats, super stickers, memberships, my AdSense, and then my donation of $500 that I'm putting in the pot as well. Thanks, Wink. I appreciate that. Better late than never, Wink. Right? Let me see here. I have wine bottles, siphon hose, corks. And Cindy, I don't want to say that last word because it sounds like a naughty word. I'm in the West Central Florida. Oh, okay, Free American. I'm in the East Central Florida, East Central Coast Florida. Same here, Wink. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Folks, do you guys have any last minute questions for me? It's over an hour. I know that some other folks are going live. I think, what time is it now? It's a little after 8 o'clock. I think you got Pinball Preparedness. You got, I think, the Angry Prepper. And there might be a few other folks that are going live at 8 to 9-ish, 10-ish, around that time zone. So, and like I said, it's good to kind of, vary your information and check people out. If you're part of their channels, I don't know. I've built my own, I could say, what's it called? I built my own viewership now. So it's cool to do a live stream and have as many as you folks in chat that I did. And I appreciate that a lot of you folks did hit up that thumbs up button. We only got one thumbs down button, or one thumbs down so far, so we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I saw Nomad. I know that I read that too about Newsom. I'm not 100% sure. And with me, I try to, before I can say something on YouTube, I kind of like to vet it out a little bit. But if that did happen to him, eventually it's going to come to light. Yeah, Marfugal, man, he has some great information. I wish I could link up with Marf. You know what I mean? I would like to pick his brain about a few things. One of these days, maybe as the channel grows and maybe he'll notice me and be like, "Hey man, who's that GreyMan guy? I need to check him out." And I think that would be cool. Matter of fact, Amish Country Prepper, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. North Cal Prepper Jason, how you doing? It's good. I like to see you, North Cal. I was watching one of your videos the other day when you were in your yard doing something. Believe it or not, I check. I'm subscribed to a lot of you folks out there. Thank you, Yarn Prepper, for dropping that. Scarzo 219, that would be awesome. Jeff came to visit me one time at the shop. I don't know, Texas T. If he had the opportunity, he would visit as well. Wildman 307 Outdoors, what is up? But it looks like I don't see any questions in chat. He shouts out Survival. Yeah, Cellar Door. I've talked to Survival Living or CFP about it. I got to get with CFP again about it because he said he was going to talk to him about me doing like a 2-minute video, and then I can get it to Marf and Adam and some of the other folks over there, and they can kind of do a little thing with that. That's a good idea, Pony Girl. I'll be like, "Hey, this is GreyMan. What's going on, Marf? Marf and Adam and whatnot." That would be kind of cool. But anyways, folks, I want to say thank you to everybody that joined me on this live stream. Again, if you get a chance, please smash that thumbs up button. It's truly appreciated. It does help with the whole situation, and it shows your support. Arkansas Prepper Network, thank you so much for the donation for Toys for Tots again. No boomsticks, no liquor, only toys. Thank you so much, APN. I truly appreciate that, brother. Another good channel out there to check out. APN is good with the communications, man. Communications. Couple of hours, if that. All right, Nomad. There's a lot of you folks that are close to me, believe it or not, at least in the general, within a couple hour range of where I'm at. So I think we can do a nice little meetup. Thank you for hosting, Gray Little Red Hen. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Will you consider Mike Reed Outdoors for an interview? Scarzo 219. If you want to email me his channel, I'll check out his channel, do a little thing like that. Or if you know the person, if you know them personally, tell them to email me, and I'll link up with them. I don't mind. I just got to view whenever anybody wants me to interview a channel. I like to watch a little bit of their content first, to check them out a little bit, to make sure it's a good fit for the channel, and go from there. So I'm open for interviews to anybody, to be honest with you. Gardeners, bushcrafters, outdoors folks, informational people, politicians, doctors, nurses, firefighters, police officers, anything in the realm of thing. It all would make sense to have on the channel. What's the best wood to use on my wood stove? Barbara, what do you mean? What's the best wood to put in your wood stove? Dry and seasoned wood, if that helps. It depends, Barbara, depending on what part of the country that you live in. To be honest with you, here we have a lot of pine, but you know, I have other options of getting wood because a lot with the pine resin and stuff like that, I use that for fat wood. So I have that option down here. It smells good, but we don't have anything like cedar, birch. There's some what's it called? Hardwoods around here. You know, I think there's maples and some oaks. And I know there's oaks down here. Different type of oak than up north, though. Fluffy Otter, thank you so much for that donation for the children. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to see what we raise and what the Grey community does, because everything, it's just going to be really cool to do something for my first time doing a charity event for YouTube. Pointer Girl, you lifted me out of sadness today. I love this channel. Always great content. Thank you so much. Well, appreciate you, Pointer Girl. That really makes me happy. I always like to oak burns longer. Thank you, Cindy, for that. Barbara is in Oklahoma. So any of your Oklahomans out there, Barbara's asking about wood for her wood stove. The wood here in Florida is a lot different than in Oklahoma, of course. So if you guys want to throw any suggestions out there for Barbara, types of woods that she can burn in her, that's in her general vicinity that she can get access to for Barbara. And there, Jan Penland said it, like I just kind of stated as well. Hardwood is good if it's seasoned, and that's the key thing, is if it's seasoned. You know, and I don't know if you know what seasoned wood is. You know, it has to be dried out. Usually, people cut wood the prior year, put it under a tarp, and let it season for wintertime and whatnot. Let me see. We have a lot of varieties of trees here in the Missouri. Ozarks has been, man, the Ozarks is, if I ever have to buy a property outside of Florida, the Ozarks is where I'm headed. The Ozarks is where I'm headed. Make it sure it's dry and seasoned. Exactly, Steve. Oak and maple. Dr. D says oak and maple, Barbara. And this is why I like you folks. Arkansas Prepper Network says black walnut and basswood. Check with you, local forest ranger station. That's a good idea, Daily Prepper. Bizza Rizza Jizza, you have a great night as well, brother. I'm about to end this anyways, brother. It's running a little longer than I expected. I mean, I got it in the mail today. Interesting. Stay away from cedars or pines unless completely dry and seasoned. Thank you, Minuteman69. Couldn't said it better myself. Mesquite burns hot, oak burns long, and any hardwood is best to keep things cleaner. Pine is okay, just keep your box and chimney clean. Yeah, agreed. Frank, I've never done sycamores before. I have cedar, Bach, and cherry. Cherry sounds like it smells good. What's up? Look at Rudy coming in late. Rudy, I'm about to wrap this up and close this down, brother, but thank you for stopping by, man. But always good to see Rudy, man, in chat. I see you had a special live stream tonight. I was at my daughter's volleyball game, her first volleyball game of the season for her school, and I saw Alaska Preppers going live, and I'm pretty sure if my daughter saw me looking at my phone and not videoing her playing volleyball for her first game ever, she'd have been pretty upset with me, so I'll have to catch the replay on that. What's up, James Davis? Blackjack here in Oklahoma. Don't use it. Poplar's call. But anyways, folks, I think that's about it. Like I said, I know some other folks are going live right now. Alaska Prepper. Oh, man. If you guys don't know who Rudy is, make sure you follow or go check Rudy's channel out, the Alaska Prepper. Great information. And his economic mind blows me away. The things that Rudy comes up with, and not that he comes up with personally, but the information that he holds is just such informative, man. I'm learning from this man. I'm learning stuff from this man. Thanks, Harvey Black, for dropping Rudy's link to his channel. He's always doing me the one-up, man. He's always sending everybody over to the channel every Sunday, so I truly appreciate that, Rudy, man. You're an awesome content creator as well as a friend. Hola, hermano. Yeah, it's D14. Alaska Prepper's name is Rudy. Cedar is for kindling just to start a fire. We're just kind of burning up time, folks. Let me see. Thanks, APN. I appreciate that. Barbara, you have a good night. Yeah, I need to wrap this up too. I think Lady Grey should be home, and I know she has dinner on the oven. We're having a late meal tonight family meal. That's why I pushed the live stream. So it looks like I'm going to be doing my Tuesday night live streams at 7 p.m. We'll run with that for a while. And then if anything happens, we'll change it up. We'll keep it fluid. You know what I mean? We'll adapt and overcome and keep it rolling. But it seems like we had a good time tonight and a decent turnout for the 7 p.m. live stream. Yeah, Arkansas Prepper Network, you're right. Discord is down below. The links to the Discord is below, and you guys are more than welcome to go down there and share information, ask questions, do whatever you need to do. There's a lot of helpful people in that Discord. I think we have over 140, 50 people in there. All right, folks, it's been real. This is GreyMan, and like I said, I will see you guys. I'll be doing a video tomorrow. I'll see you guys live Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the late night with Grey. So I'll see all you folks then. Looking forward to seeing you guys. I know it's a little bit of a late stream, so we don't know if we'll get all of you guys in there, but we have fun. It's more of a kickback weekly wrap up and have a good time live stream on Thursday nights. Other than that, this is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the rebound. God bless. Please stay safe out there and have a beautiful evening.